How about we get into another 10-minute tour, and this time we're going to look at the Encore RV Revue. This model is the 20BH, that's 20-foot long bunkhouse, and we're going to do in 10 minutes just a quick overview, but also we're going to talk about how they make a trailer that is designed to outlast pretty much anything else on the market. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start out with just a little fit issue. Again, I am 6'5" in my shoes, and you can see that I'm standing pretty comfortably, but I do have a little bit of head or cap drag right here underneath this air conditioner. However, when I'm not underneath the air conditioner, this is a true 6'6" space in here, so I am able to stand very comfortably, and I typically do slouch a little bit, so this is not a problem either. I have a good bit of width in my arm wingspan here, and let's talk a little bit about specs. I'm going to make sure I have more of the details in the video description down below, but again, this is a 20-foot overall length trailer. Now the box is about 13 foot 7.5 inches. Let's talk about the weight. It comes in dry weight at just under 3,600 pounds, and the tongue weight is right at about 370 pounds. Again, dry weight. You start adding things, components like batteries and water and all that, those things tend to change. But it is a very nice trailer. Let's get a look at some of the creature features, the comfort that you're going to find in this 20BH Revue. So from a comfort standpoint, it is pretty much what you see is what you get, but a very comfortable one. This is a full-size bed for sleeping two adults or whoever there, and it's finished out with some nice cabinetry, a little bit of shelf space over there, and I'm at a very nice sized, for this size trailer, really nice sized, very solid dinette. Now this can turn into another sleeping space. They don't necessarily count it as a sleeping space in the literature, but it does actually become another sleeping space, not for an adult of my size. I would say someone in that kind of 4-footish range would fit better here, but there's also two good sized bunk beds, and we're going to take a look at those in just a minute, but they are great. Now, I'm sitting in this kind of living space. I can see a 32-inch television right there that of course can be viewed from the bed, but also can pivot around to be viewed from the dinette area. I'm sitting under some shelving, and all the shelving, all the cabinetry, everything in here, there is aluminum build. It's powder coated aluminum, great hold opens, everything, so you know it's going to last. That's the thing about the Revue series. They are made to last. I mentioned that on the outside, but there is absolutely zero wood in the construction of the Revue trailers from Encore RV. Aluminum cabinetry, they use composites in the floors and in the tables. They use really incredible wood-free surfaces for the countertops. So the framing for the trailer is all aluminum, and they have a real cool kind of tri-bond solution for how they put it together. Unlike anyone else, when they put the frame together from the ground up, they use an incredible industrial adhesive for the initial assembly. Then they use just really great fasteners, bolts if you will, or screws, bolt screws, and they go in, so it's already got an industrial strength adhesive. Then they bolt it together, and then they go over everything with welding. Seems a little over the top, but again, all aluminum, built well, and nothing to rot. That is really saying something. This may look like a canvas for your adventures for not just years, but quite possibly decades, because the materials are going to hold up and they're going to last. So we talked about the living space right over there, and now I did mention these bunks. Now these are the bunks. They are a good size. Again, a little bit short for someone of my stature. You do want to be probably a little bit under 6 foot to feel comfortable in these spaces, but they have these really nice high quality teddy bear bunk mattresses, and You have good windows. There's a light on both the top and the bottom, and you have a little bit of a charging capacity in both of them with USB chargers on both levels. Now, one thing that you might not be able to see that well from that view, but I'll tell you it's here, is this bottom bunk can be folded up with an access door to the outside, so it's also a great way to bring your, your supplies and whatever in from the outside and take them out whenever you need to load, unload at your campsite, or when you're just preparing for a trip or getting back home. So the comfort in this space, it's all here in a relatively small package that will last you a long time. I do see the kitchen on this side, so let's rotate over here and talk about what we'll find in the kitchen. I'm coming back into the kitchen right here. Again, this surface is really nice. I see more of these aluminum powder coated cabinets, and store in there what you want, what you will, but do know that it's well protected. You have a 3-burner stove right here. You have a pretty nice size oven right there down below. Lights on the front. The sink with a nice, never mind, this is from shipping, never mind that, but a nice faucet which can move around, get out of your way or right in place where you put it. Nice covered sink. This sink is probably about a foot across, about 10 inches this way, and maybe a good 5 to 6 inches deep. It's an undermount sink, feels good, looks nice, a little bit of space around. Now, I'm going to come down and you're going to notice some implements there and nice drawers. Let's see here. Soft close. Feels good and whatnot. Also near the floor in here, I do see that there is ducting for the heater. Now the heater is 18,000 BTUs and it's ducted, so that means that it's a little bit quieter, and it also spreads that heat around the cabin very nicely and warms up the space. Now up here, I have this Dometic air conditioner, a nice unit, and it has its controls right on the top here. It actually is 15,000 BTUs. 15,000 BTUs in a trailer that is made of great materials of this size is more than sufficient. It's a great size air conditioner for this space. Now I'm going to walk back here. I have a microwave and an 8 cubic foot refrigerator with freezer on top. This is a 12 volt compressor style refrigerator. Very nice to have in the kitchen. I think that this could really extend your stay because they're pretty efficient with the energy that you'll be using, and it's a good size, so you can pack your food for a long time. Now, where will you put some of your food, your rations? Well, it could be in the cabinetry over here, or the cabinetry over here, the drawers, but also check this out. Again, all powder coated aluminum. Every one of these shelves is adjustable, and just a nice kind of pantry or flexible storage space right there where you need it. I'm going to push that in, and I'm going to see that I have a power fan right above me as we head back here. I'm going to go ahead and invite you to join me in the restroom. We're now going into the bathroom space. Now, this would technically kind of qualify as a dry bath because it does have a separate space in here for the toilet, which is a full-size, normal residential size toilet. It is foot flush. And then we have a separate shower space over here. And I'm going to step up in here. We're going to see how much headroom I have when in that space. So thankfully, there is a skylight up here. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to tell you, again, I have an extra inch that I usually don't because I'm in my shoes. It's a little bit of a slouch for me. But I would say if you're 6'3" or shorter, you are golden in this space. It is one piece surround. That's cool. On the walls here, it has a nice look, a nice feel. You have a nice handheld wand here, a power vent right here that you just push up. There you go. Or pull down with an on-off switch right there. So this is a very nice, very usable space. Again, I get it. This looks like it's inviting you to bring in your own decorations and add a splash of color or what you will. I agree. I would add a splash of color right off the bat. However, I know that the way it's built, is going to last down the road, down my travels, down my adventures, a really long time because of the way they designed it, the way they engineered it, and the materials that they used. How about we go outside and see what we can find out there? Now, I'm pretty enthused about the inside. Again, it's fairly no frills on the inside, but it's high quality materials and components. The same is largely true out here. I do think it looks really nice, but again, it's designed to last. That's like, seems to be ground zero of the design priorities. They want it to last. You do have a really nice awning out here. It's electric awning with LED lighting all the way down. These cleats are so you can, if you want to, purchase the optional table that you mount here, and you can put a little grill or something like that using that outboard gas port. Now, it does have pretty aggressive tires because they think that this thing might go a little bit off the beaten path. And it has a little bit over 13 inches of ground clearance. That's pretty decent. Coming around, you have pass-through storage, and it has lighting and whatnot. This is a ladder that they include. Why? Because it's a one-piece roof, fiberglass roof on top. That is a walk-on roof, so if you need access, they provide a ladder with the trailer. Now they have these lockable slam latches, nice solid doors, and coming around, 2 propane tanks, electric jack. You can see that aluminum frame, and it is a nice looking, from what you can see here. Trust me, it looks nice underneath too, but from that angle, nice solid aluminum frame. Battery box. The ball is a 2 5/16 ball, and you have a little bit of a rock guard. The graphics do look pretty nice on this thing, real sharp, if you will. And then the other side of that pass-through storage right there. Now, I am, of course, reminded by stickers, as I am, because I'm not very smart otherwise. 2-year transferable bumper to hitch warranty, and a 5-year transferable structural warranty. That is pretty incredible in the industry. Also, they wanted to be very loud and proud about the fact that it's an all aluminum frame, 100% wood-free construction throughout this trailer. Again, it seems very much that that's what they were going for, is to make something that will simply last as their foundation principle in building these Revues. Coming on back, you have your water inlet and a outboard spray port. They do include the hose that goes with that. It's just in storage inside. And then I told you about that door that you can access the bunk area for storage. And there it is. This is a fold-up bunk right there. So you can just imagine how much storage you have there to bring. I mean, you could put a bike in there once this is pinned up. You could have bins of just all kinds of things that you might need when camping. Lockable, great solid door. This is a good amount of light for the upper bunk. And then we'll come on around. You have a full-size spare with the same rim that looks nice. It is pre-wired for your backup camera. And then we're almost at the end, so let's go to the front and finish this up. So we are at the front, the curbside, if you will, on this 20BH Revue. And I just want to tell you one more time, they built a nice, solid trailer that will last you for your journeys for years and years to come. Now, I like what Encore has done. They bring something unique to the market. It may or may not work for you and your family and your travels, but I do think it's worth a look if at all the size, the format, and the sustainability of it all is at all interesting to you. So check out the full Revue lineup from Encore RV. This is the 20BH, the 20-foot long bunkhouse edition. It's been a pleasure showing it to you, and we'll see you next time.